You're the guy people call when they need a helping hand, moving furniture, unloading a truck. But lately, your shoulder's been acting up, and you're the one who's calling for help. And that's the moment you realize you can no longer shoulder the load.
The Joint and Spine Center is Cincinnati's leading destination for orthopedic care, with a range of surgical and non-surgical treatments. So when a moment has the power to change the rest of your life, go to the one place with the power to change it for the better, the Christ Hospital Health Network. This changes everything.
The Pound This podcast is brought to you by the Christ Hospital Health Network. This is the Pound This podcast, episode 741, Amanda's Diary, entry 13. COVID edition.
I want to lose weight, but I don't know how to get started.
What should I meal prep every week?
How do I get those sweet booty gains?
Inspiration for your healthy lifestyle. The Pound This Podcast with Amanda Valentine.
What up, friends? Thank you so much for listening to the Pound This podcast. I am Amanda Valentine, and this is my diary episode. So if you care about what's going on with me in my life and my own health and fitness and wellness journey, then welcome. You're going to listen to this podcast then. If you're like, I don't really care, I want to hear you interview other people, I don't care what's going on with you, Amanda, then go ahead and stop this episode and don't listen. The choice is yours. But I do want to give some updates, especially as we're at the end of the year, at least at time of recording this. I'm at the end of 2021. And a little reflection of the year and where I'm at. And your girl has COVID. Isn't that fun? I feel like a lot of people got COVID for Christmas, and I'm one of them. So I tested positive before Christmas. I was supposed to go home to my mom's house, who lives in St. Louis. That got canceled. Go to my in-laws' house. They're also in Illinois. That got canceled. So just kind of been laying low. I'd say some resting. I'm not really great at resting, of just getting stuff done. Obviously, I'm recording a podcast, but I am feeling much better. My symptoms were congestion, sinus, headache, fatigue, getting shortness of breath. All of that fun stuff. So it feels like Omicron, or however you pronounce it. I don't really watch the news anymore. It kind of bit a lot of people. So I've just been quarantining at home is where I am currently at health-wise. So I wouldn't say in my best health, but I've been eating vitamins like candy. I've been drinking an insane amount of lemon water, and I have gone out for some nice COVID walks here in Cincinnati. It's been like stupid warm. So it was nice to kind of go out and kind of not be around anybody and just get some walking in, get some movement in. I am so short of breath. I'm not sure if any other exercise is at my best idea at this point. But I am still trying to move and still make healthy choices to hopefully kick this crud out of here and, be done with COVID forever. Don't we all wish that we could be done with COVID forever? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope that you're doing well and healthy. And of course, as always, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really appreciate it. As I've been doing, if you're interested in doing this also, I find it helpful. I've been writing lists of all the things that I've been proud of over the past year in 2021. So I'm making some goals and stuff for 2022, but I've really been doing some reflection of what are the good things that happened this year, because there's been a lot of crappy things. I mean, COVID, I got a concussion, stress of the world, mental health issues, but there's been a lot of really good things this year, and I'm incredibly grateful for them. This is marking my 4th year of doing Pound This. So New Year's marks my 4-year anniversary. So that's really exciting for me. So I appreciate you listening so much. So I'm able to do this for 4 years. The past 2 years doing it on my own is my own ownership of it after I left my previous job. So this also marks 2 years of me being an entrepreneur, starting my own business, working in health and fitness full time. That's super exciting. I began this year by getting my certified personal trainer certification and being a personal trainer in 2021, which has had its ups and downs, and trying to navigate a whole new world and learn learn all of that. And I feel like I'm in a really good space with that now compared to the whole head trip I've been on for most of the year trying to figure out a whole new profession. But also with this podcast, I am marking 2 million downloads over the life of it, which might not mean anything to you listening, but that means a lot to me. That seems bonkers. In the past 4 years, 2 million downloads is just incredible. It's just overwhelming. And that's just something I'm incredibly proud of. And I want to bring up because, if you're listening to this, you're a part of that. And that's been a really huge deal for me. And I can't thank you enough. And I really hope that I've been able to give you some good information this past year and over the past several years to help you on your journey, whether that's physical fitness or mental wellness or anything. Just knowing that you have somebody that's kind of riding shotgun with you that's struggling and is succeeding at the same time. So it's been amazing. I really can't wait until 2022 to see where everything goes, because this year has just been amazing. It's been a lot of mental work this year, a lot of healing for me, working in therapy, working on myself in a lot of ways, and really wanting to become the best version of myself possible. The word I chose for 2021 was evolve. And I feel like, which I chose at the beginning of the year. I like doing the word of the year thing. If that's not your thing, then that's cool. I like it. So I feel like I've definitely evolved a lot. Of seeing where I'm at this year compared to where I was last year, I've done a lot. And I think it's important that we look at how much we've done, because I feel like, at least for me, it can get into space of like, I'm not doing enough and I need to do more, and just actually reflect and be like, dang, I woke up today. I woke up and I made breakfast, and that counts as a lot. You know what I mean? And so, I'm choosing my word for the year for 2022 to be worthy. I've worked a lot on self-love and worthiness and a lot of things that I'm working through. And I feel like I definitely want to feel worthy for myself. I don't want to find, that I gain my worth through other people's approval or other people's opinions. And I feel like, especially spending most of my life and my entire adult life working in media, and where kind of, public opinion is incredibly important. Your paycheck kind of depends on it. I want to just do that more for me and, work out some people-pleasing ways and have some boundaries and know my own self-worth. So that's a goal for me in 2022. And I do really want to touch on New Year's resolutions, because I feel like that's become a hot topic, whether or not that's healthy. It's a good idea. It's a bad idea. And whether you think resolutions are good or not, I think it's always good to have some goal setting and just kind of, reevaluate your life and think about what's great and maybe what things that you want to improve on that is a choice made on your own. And I'm really excited because there's this really cool app that I've checked out. It's called the Wisdom app. And I think I'm going to try to do like a live talk on there about New Year's resolutions, because you can come join me. So it's not like this podcast where it's like you're just listening to me. It's like you can come in and you can just like hop in and we can have a conversation together, and you can ask questions, or you can just sit back and listen like a podcast. So I want to try that out. So if you're willing to experiment with me and kind of talk about New Year's resolutions, and just not even resolutions, just thinking about how making healthy habit changes and, doing things in a realistic way, and not this, I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 2022 and focus on those sorts of goals. Like, let's talk about like some healthy, realistic goals and things that we can do and have a good conversation. I am going to do a live talk on the Wisdom app Saturday, New Year's Day, Saturday, January 1st, 2021 at 3 p.m. Eastern. So you download the Wisdom app in your app store, and then find me. I'm at Amanda Valentine. Tried to keep it simple. And then I'll record this like live chat. And I would really love it if you would join me and ask questions. And I think that would be really cool. Like, let's just try it out and see how this goes. And so the Wisdom app, find in your app store, Wisdom app, this Saturday, depending on your listening, this Saturday, January 1st, Sorry, 2022. Jeez. Okay. I'm already messing it up. January 1st, 2022, Saturday, New Year's Day, January 1st at 3 p.m. Eastern on the Wisdom app. Let's talk about healthy habit setting, healthy goals, New Year's resolutions, how we're going to come into 2022 realistically and just try to do the best things for us possible, right? We're not going to, we don't have to be we're going to change the world in 2022, but maybe we will. Maybe we will with some small goals and habit changes. So that would be really super cool if you joined me on the Wisdom app, and let's see how it goes. Maybe it'll go awesome. Maybe it'll be stupid. I don't know. We'll find out. I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited to check it out. It's kind of like a vibe of the Clubhouse sort of thing. I don't know if you tried that. I didn't really catch my interest, but this one the Wisdom app seems pretty cool. And it's, I've been listening to some other talks on there, and it's just this group of mentors that are, answering your questions and talking all about, spirituality and health and fitness and finances and all of the things. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I think that'll be pretty cool. So that's another thing for me for 2022 is just kind of trying new experimental things. I'm still working with Sarah with Team Fit With Me as my health coach. I will be completely brutally honest with you. During this little COVID episode here, I have not been making the best choices possible with food. Because I didn't have meal prep. I planned on being gone for the holidays, and I meal prepped up until that point. And so, and then it was Christmas, so Kroger wasn't open, so I couldn't have food delivered. And so, I don't feel bad about this at all. But I did not, eat the most perfect, but whatever. That's what it's life, man. I don't feel guilty about it. I feel perfectly amazing about it. I had some cheeseburgers and some cheese fries. Merry Christmas to me. And so I did do some meal prepping. I got my groceries delivered, and I did do some meal prepping yesterday. And so I'm kind of prepped out for the rest of the week just because I prefer it that way. It makes me feel good. So, and plus, you know what? I am one of those people that when I feel sick, I don't really feel like eating broccoli. I did do healthier choices. I've been moving and vitamins and trying to get as many veggies in as possible, but I also, I got my mom some crumble cookies for Christmas that were supposed to go to St. Louis, and because I had COVID, and they stayed here in my house. And I don't know if you've had crumble cookies yet, but they are just ridiculous, freaking ridiculous. And I did polish all those off. So, and they're amazing. If you are into cookies, whew, dangerous. So for me, it's just, doing the best that I can with what's going on. And that's all you really can do, right? It's just make the best decision possible in every moment. Where did I hear that before? Perhaps I heard that from me because that was my New Year's resolution in 2012. I'm also on one freaking decade from a New Year's resolution that completely changed my life. Isn't that bonkers? Oh my God. With that also marks, this is, I know, intense, and I don't expect anybody to do this. This is just me. Been 10 years without having fast food, minus some exceptions like In-N-Out Burger, and 10 years without having any soda or pop, if you will. It is soda in my world. So it's been a decade since your girl has had a Dr. Pepper, and I'm totally fine with that. I do dream of Ruby Red Squirt sometimes, but I'm cool without it. I just like streaks. And that kind of started for me was that was something I knew I couldn't regulate at first. So it was we're going to put a pause on this until I have a healthy relationship with it. And then I just kind of decided I didn't need it again. So it's crazy to be 10 years that's still a thing. And how much my life has completely changed. 10 years later, I have a whole different career. I mean, it's insane. I was having a conversation with a friend a couple weeks ago of how much your life can really change. I mean, especially in a decade. I'm if you would have talked to me exactly this date 10 years ago, was right before I started a New Year's resolution that changed my life. And I've been like, you are going to quit your radio career. You're going to become a personal trainer. You're going to become a health coach. You're going to become a podcaster or a professional podcaster and all this other stuff. I'd be like, you are high. You are bananas high and you need to go sleep it off because there's no freaking way that I'm a personal trainer and a health coach and I have a health and fitness podcast. You're on crack. And here we are. So never underestimate the power of change, man. Like if you want something to happen, you can make it happen. I'm a believer in manifestation and all that fun stuff. And I feel like I can be living proof of that. Like it's, man, the life that you dream of, you can make happen. It sure ain't easy, but it's definitely doable. So yeah, it's definitely been a week of reflection for me. 10 years of my New Year's resolution and seeing where my life is now. 4 years of this podcast. My first year as a professional personal trainer. It's been amazing. I've made so many connections and so many amazing people, especially in the past year. I'm really excited to announce that so the gym I work at, Cincy 360 Fitness, we are officially partnering with Fleet Feet here in Cincinnati, and we're doing some amazing things with Fleet Feet, and I'm going to be sharing some really amazing stories I cannot wait for you to hear starting next week of some amazing women that are setting some incredible goals for themselves in 2022, and we're going to follow along with them, which I'm really, really hyped about. So, lots of good stuff. I have some talks and some speeches that I'm going to be doing in the month of January, including a meal prep class at the University of Cincinnati. That is going to be on January 12th. If you're interested in attending that meal prep class at UC, just shoot me an email and I'll send you the link, amanda@amandavalentinebites.com. And I actually have a lot of things planned to go speak on like workplace wellness and talking about just like healthy, realistic goals and mental health along with physical health and nutrition and all that fun stuff. So if that's something that you would be interested in or you in your workplace, like I am available to come chat because I love to talk. I am speaking to the city of Lebanon twice next week. I'm going to be doing a seminar for Christ Hospital. I'm doing that UC class. I spoke to P&G about workplace wellness about a month ago. I have some other things in the works too. Also hoping to plan a big ass cool wellness event in 2022. Also in celebration of your girl's 40th birthday. So I turned 40 in August. So I'm kind of hoping to do like a wellness event / like badass birthday party in 2022. So we'll see where that goes. That's in the planning stages currently. So lots of cool stuff going on. Got some cool interviews in the works and some meeting some amazing people and getting some really great information. If you ever have any suggestions, please also email me, amanda@amandavalentinebites.com. Yeah. And also, I guess, as far as my health and wellness goes, you're still working with Sarah. I brought that up and then I got sidetracked. That's what I do, ADHD. And also, I've been working on my own fitness and trying to do some more lower body stuff because I'm so freaked out because of my sciatic issues and just jank knees. So actually starting next week, Drew, who is one of the other trainers in Cincy 360 Fitness, is going to be training me because he's really good with corrective exercises. So if you are somebody in Cincinnati that does have kind of like those sciatic issues and sort of like physical therapy issues like I do, he's an amazing trainer for that. So he's going to be kind of helping me out and showing me some new stuff so I don't continue to injure myself because I like to go hard and I know that about me. I don't like to slow down. So he's going to be helping me with some exercise stuff for me personally and learning some more corrective stuff, which will also help me with my clients at the gym. And so that's where I'm at with on my own fitness outside of just like walking a ton. I just love to walk and hike. So looking for more of that in 2022. And then of course, Sarah's helps me with my nutrition and my macros. And if you are looking for a great health coach in the new year, highly recommend Sarah and Team Fit With Me. She is fantastic. She's going to be on this podcast again soon. You can find all of her information in my show notes. You go to teamfitwithme.com/pound this, and you're going to save 10% off month one of all packages. And Sarah can help with a lot of things, whether you're just looking to get some good information on, exercise, with your nutrition, especially if you're dealing with gut health issues or you have some autoimmune disorders. Sarah's great with that and runs some labs. So definitely check her out if you're looking for a health coach in the new year. And if you are in Cincinnati and you are looking for a personal trainer, I do have some slots available, and you can always reach out to me at Amanda@AmandaValentineBites.com. How many times can I put my email address into this podcast? That should have been a goal of mine. I should have seen that. It's been 5 times? But that's essentially what's going on with me, is just busy, busy, busy. I like to be busy, and just working on trying to make this podcast the best thing possible, and just learning as much as I can, and just trying to show up and enjoy my life and maximize my life to the most every day. Especially having COVID currently, and being in the COVID climate that we're in, of it's just highlights just how short life is. And if you think, we blinked and 2021 was over, and it's going to happen for 2022. Life goes by fast, and I'm just such a believer of just living the life you want to live, whatever that means for you, of just being grateful every day that we got to wake up and we have an opportunity to fill the day with things that we love, and, just try to do the best for ourselves. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Some days are better than others, but, we got this. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I don't want to keep rambling, but again, let's try the Wisdom app thing. Download the Wisdom app. Join me Saturday, January 1st, 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern. You can find me at Amanda Valentine. And let's see how that goes, and let's have a good conversation. And again, if you find any value in this podcast, and you think somebody else can find value in this podcast, it would be incredibly helpful if you would share. And I'm so excited that we get to be on this journey together. If you've listened to this podcast from the beginning, I'm sure you've heard me change a bunch, and I continue to change. And it's really exciting. And I'm really excited that, even though you can hear me and I can't hear you back right now, that I feel like we're in this together. So anytime you have a question or you want to reach out, please do, because I don't know you're there unless you let me know that you're there. So one more time, that email address, Amanda@AmandaValentineBites.com. And thank you so much. I hope you have a very, very healthy and happy new year. And I hope we get to spend 2022 together. And I'll talk to you later.
AmandaValentineBites.com.